Going back to something you said earlier, Sabrina, I found really interesting. You said when an app suddenly pops up and says, "Surprise, we've got AI now." The users a lot of times are really happy, but people like Karina and me or might be there like, "Uh oh, like we better look at a few things here." So what can companies do to be better about giving that option? Because if we're a GRC team, an app we within our purview suddenly has AI, and we want to control it rather than just saying, "Oh, I hope everyone does the right thing. I really hope so." What would you say to people developing software about including those sort of features?
I mean, working in GRC and GRC folks are very close to my heart. You're usually the people in the room that people roll their eyes at and don't really enjoy having you in the room, but someone has to be that person, right? And I think data governance, interestingly, actually, people are actively looking for guidance because the risks are just different and we are not used to dealing with them. And people are looking for guidance on ways how to approach that and how to implement controls. And so I think there are different layers to this, and I think one of the things to consider is you have your control that says you need to monitor performance in your AI, right? And once it's out there, you need to do periodic reviews of the performance. You need to do fundamental rights assessments, possibly, and anti-discrimination assessments. You need to do extensive testing, making sure that it's not biased towards certain groups if bias is a concern. And I think here, turning the control into technical capabilities can be difficult, and meeting those requirements. I think here definitely getting the tech team on board, and that is everyone from the ones who are building the system or saying third-party tool to IT who know about cyber risks and security risks, and having that conversation and then going out and assessing how do we deal with these risks technically? How do we get these insights, these metrics, so that we can mitigate the risk and also monitor and manage that control. And I think that's incredibly important. I think one of the things is for sure, again, us being a technical solutions provider in that space, is that there is sort of like a wave behind the AI implementation wave where these tools are being developed and are now rising in the market, being made available, but by all means, it's not a well-established market. And so there are more and more tools available, but it's yet again, of course, also another to do for then tech teams to figure out which tools make sense for their reality that they need to use to make sure that they are monitoring and implementing these controls.